Today I have an anime review of an anime I recently watched and really liked actually. I think it's gonna be it is kind of one of my favorite animes. It's called Psychic Princess, or in Chinese it would be Tong Ling Fei. I think it's 16 episodes, around 17 to 19 minutes each. And as I said, it's a Chinese anime, it's only sub, but I only found fan subs. But they're pretty good, actually. Like, I didn't have any problem understanding anything. And other than that, I don't think there are any official subs. But it doesn't matter, I really liked it. Okay, let me tell you about this story. By the way, I can't pronounce the name of that girl, so I will either call her Consort Ye, or I will call her the Psychic Princess, which is her in the end. So, let me start from the very, very, very beginning of that anime with its opening theme. I didn't expect that opening theme. It was pretty hilarious, the music and everything, and yeah, the characters dancing, they're pretty hilarious. And then it also surprised me because it would start off with a very very dramatic scene, actually. Like, it was dark, it was night, I think it was even stormy or so. And we see the little sister of the Psychic Princess talking to, she's kind of 16 or whatever. She was talking to her parents and begging them not to make her marry Lord Ye. Lord Ye and her own family are enemies. And Lord Ye is also known to be a playboy, pretty cruel and cold. And so she was pretty afraid to marry him, because he wouldn't treat her right or whatever. And she also seemed like, she told them, like, you told me I could choose my husband myself, and I don't know what. Well, and they were like, but the emperor, he said that the eldest daughter of our family and Lord Ye had to marry, so we can't go against the emperor's wish. But then they remembered, oh, wait a second, didn't we have that other daughter that we sent to the mountains because she is a freak? Yeah. And that's where our Psychic Princess comes in. They made her come back and take on her sister's name, so she would marry Lord Ye instead of his sister. And that's how it happens. Then the next thing we see, her being brought to Lord Ye. And I already started liking her by the very first second. She was wearing a cloth in front of her face till she would meet her husband, and then she could actually take it off. That's what the tradition was. But no, she would try to take a peek outside from it and try to, in general, she wasn't really following the rules. She had a big smile. She was so interested in the outside world because she was always living on that mountain and raised there by a Taoist, a monk, something like that. I think it was a Taoist. And from him, she also learned Kung Fu, and she learned that she can't trust fate. She has to trust in herself. She's a very strong, talented, smart. In general, she is a very gifted character. She's a very strong female lead, and I just love my strong female leads. She has also that, I don't know, it was something about her in the anime that made me really like her character more. She had that natural way of, of course she's not a real person, but the natural way of being interesting somehow. Even little things she did, wanting to know more about the outside world, being so interested in stuff, trying to help other people. The way she tried to achieve stuff by using Kung Fu or other stuff that aren't exactly what consorts or what women would do back then. Since it's a historical anime, we're talking here about, I don't know what kind of century that was, but let's say ancient China. I mean, it wasn't ancient, but you know what I mean. Yeah, And like the way she tries to achieve stuff, it's just very smart, it's interesting, and definitely raises her above average to what women would be able to do back then, especially since she might have come from a noble family, but she never really lived with them. She lived there till she was 7 and then was sent to the mountain because of her psychic abilities. About her psychic abilities, she can see and talk to spirits, also to animals. She can understand them and talk to them, and they can understand her, it seems. And because of that ability of hers, she can overcome some obstacles thrown her way. And by the way, I hate her parents. They're despicable. And that sister, I honestly, you will want to punch her. Yeah. But she is an amazing person. She's so lively, and in general, she's just such a lovable personality. What I also really love, and that added to the comedic aspect of that anime, is she didn't care who was in front of her, especially if it's a man. If they tried to make a move on her or tried whatever, she would just throw them over with a kung fu move or what. And in general, she wouldn't just take any BS from anyone. That I don't know. She would be a very outstanding personality for that day and age. Let me say it like that, because back then she the woman couldn't even say I in front of their husband. They would say your wife or whatever. They wouldn't say I. That's how low, what a low status women had, even from noble families. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, she was made to marry Lord Ye instead of her other sister. She would take on the name of his sister, so he wouldn't notice. But actually, the day that she was brought to him, things happened and she was hiding. He knew she was in the room, but he didn't care actually to meet her because, as I said, the families are enemies. And he even told her, I don't care about you. If it wasn't the emperor's wish, I wouldn't have agreed. And I don't even want to see you. And he ordered her to live in the silence pavilion. I don't know what exactly it was called, but the pavilion of silence, where no one wants to go in near it because everyone thinks it's haunted. Which it kind of is, but I mean, she's a psychic princess. She can speak with ghosts. She's not afraid of them. That just adds again to the comedic aspect of the anime, that she has those ghosts. They're really cute and they help her out. And every time something is pretty unfair, she kind of balances it out with her own positive personality and either her special ability or due to Lord Ye actually trying or being more interested in her, because she would always be kind of mean to him. At first he would be too, but even when he tried to kind of be nice, she would still not take anything from him. Especially she never really wanted to be married to him, so she's not interested in a marital kind of relationship with him, and she makes it very clear. But he always likes to tease her, and again that adds to the comedic aspect. There's a lot of I feel there's a lot of comedy in it, either because of his brothers that are kind of funny when they interact with her, or that exaggerate. There's a little bit of drama due to her family and due to the fact that they try to cause trouble for her, even though she actually is helping out them and that stupid sister of hers. And we have then Lord Ye, who also causes sometimes trouble for her, but sometimes tries to save her. And we definitely follow around mostly her relationship with him and the other people in the Ye mansion somehow, and the other consorts that do their intrigue stuff and try to make her look bad. But I mean, she's pretty smart. You will notice she's pretty smart, and although she gets punished, I don't know, she just remains positive. I really loved her character, as I said. She's a very positive, lovable character. She's very smart. She knows martial arts. In general, she's pretty amazing, and I think she amazes pretty much most people on her way that she meets. Also, the supernatural aspect will be more useful. The later the anime, the more you will see of it. So like it's always there kind of, but in the last few episodes you will see more of her power. And there's also a part towards the end that shows that there's more to Lord Ye than we know, or than anybody knew till then. Like they leave that open though, I guess, for a second season. I really hope there will be a second season. They leave it definitely open with that mystery of what is behind Lord Ye, his past. And there's also a moment where he seems to remember to have met Consort Ye before, to have met our psychic princess before when they were younger, but it was never explained. She doesn't seem to remember him. There's a lot of stuff that like a lot of little things, they don't bother me, but it seems like there should be a second season that would explain what he is all about, what she is all about, and where this relationship will actually go. But he definitely she definitely piqued his interest due to being all those things. And I think just because she's above average, she matches him much more, because he definitely is a man above average, not only because of looks. Like she also looks very beautiful, by the way, but she also matches him in, being smart, being strong, and also being really stubborn like him. So yeah, in general, I don't know, I feel like I said so much. I should have kept it shorter, but honestly I could have said so much more, but I don't want to spoil anything in the anime. I think I mentioned the most important points, and a lot of stuff I said is actually happening in the first few episodes, so I don't consider it really a spoiler. I mean, you can also read it in my anime list, so it's not really a spoiler, like everything I said in the beginning. So yeah, like in short, it's a historical comedy, romance, maybe martial arts anime, not really. It's quite interesting. The supernatural aspect adds to it being interesting. The comedic parts are nice. It's quite interesting because you definitely want to know what will happen next, kinda. And as I said, like the heroine itself is just, I don't know, I loved her. I just loved her, like a really strong female lead. And he's also really not bad. He's definitely talented in so many ways. So I think they match each other very well. So, but that's okay. That's only my opinion. And there are other guys around her, but it's not a harem anime. Like, it definitely is not a harem anime, although there are other handsome guys around her, and one in particular is very interested in her. But that makes it really funny because she's always exaggerating, and exaggerations in animes can be very funny for me most of the time. So, sorry for talking so much, and oh my gosh, I think I'm the only person that talks so much on anime reviews. So, I hope you watch the anime. It's really good, really, honestly. Like, I recommend it. It's definitely one of my favorites. And if you love romance comedy animes, and if you love strong female lead roles, but the male is also pretty a strong one and a smart one and definitely talented. So if you love these kinds of animes, give that one a shot. Really, do that. Please do that. It's not too long with 16 episodes, and it's worth your while. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope that I really will make you watch that anime. I really hope that, honestly. So I hope you keep watching my videos, and see you next time. Bye bye.